What's up, YouTube? Man, it's your boy Ashton Jackson, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys versus Los Angeles Rams preview game on Sunday. So before we hop into the video, I'd appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. And out with the injury report, the Dallas Cowboys only had 2 people on the injury report, which is really well. Especially with the past couple of weeks, we've been having more than like 4 or 5 people on the injury list. Especially after that Niner game, we had like 10 plus people on the injury report. So now Tyron Smith injured his neck during the bye week. His practice was a limited participation in practice, and he's listed as questionable. But they said during the walkthrough today on Friday that he was able to participate in everything. So that's a good sign right there. Wanye Thomas was coming back from a hamstring. He was listed as a full participation in practice, which is really great as well. So we can get Wanye in here, and hopefully he gets some snaps coming on Sunday. And because him, Marquise Bell, switching in at that big nickel linebacker spot will do wonders for us, especially with Rashaan Evans coming into the fold now. That's really great as well. For the Rams, I'm not going to talk about all the guys that they have on their injury report. I'm going to put it up on the screen. But Ben Skronik, one of their wide receivers, has an Achilles injury, questionable. Robert Havenstein is their starting right tackle. He's listed as questionable with a calf injury. If he's not able to go, they said that Jackson Noteboom is going to be able to replace him at that spot. Aaron Donald just had a veterans off day. You had Byron Young, their rookie, with a knee injury. He was limited participation in practice. And then their interior offensive lineman, Brian Allen, same thing as Aaron Donald, just a rest day for veterans. So really with the Dallas Cowboys, and I think that the overview of this game really is that you got to come out fast. That's my first step into beating the Rams. You have to come out fast. I have been watching the Dallas Cowboys. They've always came out super slow and sluggish coming out of bye weeks. If you look at the 2017 playoffs versus the Green Bay Packers, if you look in Dak's rookie season coming out of their bye week playing the Philadelphia Eagles in Dallas, you look at last year when they came out of the bye week versus the Packers. You look at the previous year in 2021 when they came out of the bye week against the Denver Broncos. They always come out very sluggish and slow out of these bye weeks, and it tends to either cost them or sometimes they have to get heroic comeback wins and victories because they're starting out sluggish in games, and it hurts them a lot more than it benefits them, right? And with the Dallas Cowboys, must-win game for you because for the next 7, 8 matchups, they're all NFC opponents, and if you're wanting to be in the run for that top 3 seed, you can't have no less than 2 to 3 NFC conference losses. Plus, next week you play the Philadelphia Eagles, so you also don't want to lose, be 4-3 heading into the Philadelphia Eagles, where you don't want to be behind any conference games and then being behind any division games as well. So, first you got to start the game off fast in all 4 phases: special teams, coaching, offense, and defense, and also with coming out fast and starting fast you have to execute on the plays that are being called, because that's our main issue. It's not really the calls that are being designed or anything like that. It's the execution of the plays that are being called where, we're dropping touchdowns in the end zone like Schoonmaker. We're dropping passes. We're not able to get open on routes and things of that nature. So you got to make sure we start the game out fast. You got to utilize your playmakers on defense and on offense, right? One thing the Rams will teach you, anybody from that Shanahan coaching tree, so LaFleur, McVay, Zach Taylor, Kyle Shanahan himself, they're going to make sure that their guys get the ball, and you got to make sure that you reciprocate the same energy, and you do the same thing, Dallas Cowboys. Make sure that you're putting Micah Parsons on the weakest link on the offensive line for the Rams. You got to make sure offensively that you're utilizing your playmakers, getting Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, his amount of touches, right? Make sure you're incorporating Rico Dowdle into the offense as well. Utilize Brandon Cooks and his deep speed, Jake Ferguson, Dak Prescott. Utilize your legs here and there. Don't do it too much. Of course, we've seen where quarterbacks have been ran into the ground because, we use our legs a lot. So just utilize our playmakers, and that will most likely lead us to victory because it's going to be very hard for the Rams defensively to keep up with us and our playmakers on our side of the ball. Get the ball out quick. They sell Aaron Donald, who was a future Hall of Famer. He's already a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's getting his stats and everything like that to add to his resume. But he's already he got a Super Bowl champion, multiple Defensive Player of the Years, arguably one of the greatest defensive players in this year's generation. So you got to make sure you get the ball out quickly, and then get the run game going. You want to play clock management. You want to make sure that you're keeping the ball out of, Matt Stafford, Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup. Make sure you're getting the ball out of their hands and keeping them on the bench and keeping them stale. So also when they get out there, our defense is fresh. We can go out there and go get Matt Stafford and everything of that nature. Leading into Matt Stafford and talking about getting the defense a rest, we got to make sure that we get pressure on Matt Stafford. If we get pressure up the middle, because we do a really great job with stagnant quarterbacks. So quarterbacks that can't really hurt us with their legs, you know, that's what gives us troubles. The quarterbacks that can, move around the pocket, do read options, RPOs like Jalen Hurts, that hurts the Dallas Cowboys and has always has hurt the Dallas Cowboys ever since the 2000s. With the dual threat quarterbacks, it's really tough for the Dallas Cowboys to defend them, right? So as long as we can get pressure up the middle of a field general type dude like Matt Stafford, all he's going to be able to do is just hold onto the ball and fall down, really. So get pressure on Matt Stafford. And again, that helps when you get a lead. And also when you're sending blitzes, don't have Matt Stafford just have a clean pocket where he can just dice you up with Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup and things of that nature. And Tutu Atwell, Tyler Higbee, Darrell Henderson, all the running backs that they got. Also, that we have to make sure that on defense that we're communicating when we're defending the crossers, because they love to run a lot of crossers. And that offense, they have a lot of things that can hurt and beat the cover three system. So we run a lot of cover three. We run a lot of cover one man. So we got to make sure that when we are playing those defenses and we're having defenders in motion, which the Rams love to do, again, part of that Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay system, they love putting guys in motions, and they're going to do that a lot with Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup. So make sure that you are, when you are the Dallas Cowboys, that you are communicating, and make sure that you're communicating what guy that you got, what coverage that we're in, things of that nature. Make sure that we're playing press man, because you don't want to give guys, again, you don't want to give Puka, you don't want to give Cooper Cup free releases out the line, because if you do, it will cost you. And they have a lot of solid speed where if you're playing 4 or 5 yards off the ball, they're going to easily throw, slant routes and things of that nature. And if you're trying to buy on the slant route, they'll do a double move, a sluggo, and make you pay for it. So you got to make sure that the cornerbacks were playing press man, and we got to make sure that Malik Hooker is doing his job by reading which side needs more help, and when the ball is getting released, that he shades and he runs over and flips his hips and go to that ball and go picks it off or breaks it up or whatever. So that's why, you can make our cornerback and our defense right. So really, just to recap the game and what things we should do to beat the Rams, you have to start out fast, especially coming out of the bye weeks. The Dallas Cowboys have a really tough time starting out fast and just getting into a groove after having some time off from playing NFL football. Make sure to utilize your playmakers offense and defensively. Get the ball out quick. They still have Aaron Donald. They still have a pretty decent pass rush that can get to you. Get it out quick. Get pressure on Matt Stafford, and you help by doing that by putting Michael Parsons on the weakest offensive line member that they have. Communicate on crossers when you're defending Puka Nakua, Tutu Atwell, and Cooper Cup. And make sure that you are playing press man versus Puka and Cup, because giving them free releases with those guys who can run routes like no other, you're going to easily give the Rams easy momentum offensively for them to get their offense going if you don't play press man. So that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.